Well, I had some questions of staff, but I don't need a weatherman to tell me which way the wind blows, so I won't bother to go on too long, except to say that, at the last meeting, and this kind of speaks to Mr. Landon's point, at the last meeting, I was trying to find a compromise and a solution, because with a recommendation coming out of Planning Commission of 5-0, this was not just us making policy from the dais. I think it was us representing a cross-section of our community. I have also received quite a bit of comment on this item, both in favor and against. And I have to say the in favor actually outweighed the against. I did speak with Mr. Caselli earlier this evening. It's the first time he had weighed in his thoughts, made some very good points about the viability of his business and the image that it has on his community. I won't go down that road because I went down that road last meeting when we discussed this, on that I think this is something that we as a society need to get over and not necessarily continue to look down our noses at tattoo parlors in general. But I do want to say, and this kind of comes back to the process point, in that if this is something that is to be permitted in Old Town, let it be put into the SPA as a conditionally permitted use. I know I will be helping to see that happen, or at least looking to see if that happens. I know that I was in support of this business, in support of them opening there, because I'll tell you what, I see Old Town withering on the vine right now. And it's sad. And the Caselli's, the brick house is an excellent, an exception to that. But if you think that Old Town is going to survive and be vibrant by a bunch of little antique stores or gift stores or beauty salons, and that's going to keep you healthy, how's it working out for you right now? Old Town is dying. And to put a business in there that draws a different clientele might have actually been a good thing. But we won't know that until the SPA is amended. So,
and that's a good point, Mayor, because you know what? Like you said, what's working right now, whatever we're doing right now, is not working. Good, bad, or indifferent, no matter what side of the issue you're on, whatever we're doing is not working. We've poured tons of money in there. What more can we do to get businesses down there? And no one ever told me what the vacancy rate was. But the vacancy rate's high. So it's, hey, we're going to puff our chest up, and hey, you know what? We're not going to have that. And I got to ask Mike something. It has museums here. If someone wanted to open up any type of museum, they could do that, basically. Is that correct?
If the SBA does say museum, then it doesn't quite specify what type of museum, but it does specify.
So if someone wanted to have a sex museum, they could do that. Is that correct?
I would like to defer that to the attorney.
I'm just saying for you. I'm just saying for toys. I mean, if it fits under the SPA the way I read it, and there's a lot of imaginative people out there that do different things, they could basically do that for a museum. And I'm not being sarcastic, but if someone wanted adult toys or whatever it was down there, as long as it fit in a museum, they could do that, the way I'm reading it, under a lot of different things. Ms. Cochran?
It is unlikely that we would be able to restrict it based on content. The First Amendment would not allow us to do that.
So, I mean, I really am amazed. And the mayor, I'm on board with him. It's not working. We want to help you guys. We poured money into it, but it's not working. So you got to think outside the box and do something different to draw these folks down and families. Maybe someone's getting a tattoo, they're going to have pizza. But, I mean, hey, tonight you've won. You've had your victory, but at what cost? No one goes down there. Not a lot of people. And we're trying to help you. So it's frustrating sitting up here and pouring money in, and I'm saying, what more can we do? What more can the city do? And you know what? You made your bed, so